My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Uh, Today we're going to look at the chart for actor and martial arts advocate Chuck Norris. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Sagittarius rising at 14 degrees. So first, we're going to see how the planets are operating in his chart, and then we'll look to see when they're operating during certain events in his life. First off, Sun is slightly in old age. Any planet more than 25 degrees is said to be in old age and can create some challenges or setbacks. So it is ruling the ninth house of good fortune, brings good fortune through the third house where it is sitting, which has to do with performing arts and entertainment. Then we have challenging moon, any multicona sign containing one of any Dustana house containing a multicona sign, and you see the fourth sign of Cancer ruled by moon in this eighth house. So moon can create some challenges. This gave him his interest in martial arts. In Mars is at 22 degrees. It is ruling the house of creativity, entertainment, and it is placed in its own sign, so it's fairly strong. So it gave him, this interest in martial arts, being competitive, and entertaining others through acting. Then we have Mercury. Mercury is ruling the career house, gave career through being vulnerable and relatable while he's communicating in acting. Now, Moon also ruling that eighth house gave him the ability to research the different parts that he was playing in the different movies. Let's see, Jupiter. Jupiter's ruling the chart and has to do with his health and longevity. It's fairly strong in his chart. So he had good long life, lived to 86 years old. And he was in pretty good health. I think he just had a complication and he went to the hospital. Then we have Venus. Venus is ruling the house of income, and it is sitting in the house of entertainment. So connecting entertainment and income. Then we have Saturn ruling the house of success through performing arts and entertainment. Challenging Rahu and Ketu, learning to balance home life and work life. Let's look at the timing of events. In 1958, he joined the military during a Mars period. Mars having to do with military. He didn't have a lot of talent, but once he discovered karate, he really became obsessed with it, and it challenged him to grow and evolve. So in 1962, he in the military he learned karate, and then he started a karate school in 1962 during a Mercury period, creating a career having to do with the karate. In 68 through I think 73, he was a karate champion, world acclaimed. During a Mars period, Mars again, having to do with self-defense. And in 1970, his brother died during a K2 period. K2 ruling loss of family, sitting in the house of family. In 72, he started acting in The Way of the Dragon during a Saturn period, again bringing some success, ruling success. 84, he was star in Missing in Action during a Jupiter period. Jupiter fulfilling its purpose, having to do with entertainment. 86, Delta Force, another successful period of acting during a Saturn period, Saturn ruling the house of performing arts or acting. And then big career change was Walker, Texas Ranger, which he was involved in for a few years, and starting in 1993. And this was a Mars period, again, having to do with fighting and things like that. 2005, he became an internet sensation with his Chuck Norris facts during a Mercury period, Mercury boosting his career. His wife became ill in 2013, and he became caregiver for his wife and pretty much retired from acting during a Venus period. Venus is an indicator for wife. In 2017, he had back-to-back heart attacks during a Rahu period, bringing unexpected events. And then he passed away March 19th, 2026, during a Rahu Ketu period, or not quite, Rahu Mercury period, but approaching a Rahu Ketu period. And Rahu, if you look at the transit chart on the left, the outer circle is where the planets were when he passed away, and the inner circle is where the planets were when he was born. Let's see here. So you see that Rahu is afflicting Mercury, representing his career. And then, let's see here. Ketu is afflicting the first house of longevity, and natal moon is afflicting transit Saturn. Saturn is the indicator for longevity. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, he was living pretty clean life and did a lot of charity work, so this gave him good longevity. But doing more charity work to transform Rahu, Ketu, and Moon would have been helpful, helping women. And then my favorite remedy, a silver kavash, a locket containing the Devata yantras and mantras for his benefic planets, would have strengthened any of his weak planets having to do with his health and longevity and success. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to get a kavash, a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to vastucreations.com.